Good day to you all. Welcome to Maths Global Learning Hub with Mr. T. In today's lesson, we're going to draw the graph of f of x is equal to tan x. Let's begin by completing the table values. We can use our calculators. I'm getting 0 here. I'm getting 1. And when I put this in the calculator, I'm getting undefined. And when I have undefined in functions, it creates an asymptote, and I must label the asymptote on my graph. Then when I move on at 135, I'm getting -1. At 180, I'm getting 0. At 225, I'm getting 1. At 270, I'm getting undefined here as well. So I'm going to draw an asymptote. And then at 315, I'm getting -1, and at 360, I'm getting 0. So let's plot these points. This one is 0, 0. At 45, I have 1. I can put up the shape of the graph. It passes through the point, and it goes to the asymptote. And then when I go to the second part here at 135, it is at -1, then it goes to 0, then it goes to +1. Let's join the points. And then at 315, it's giving us -1. At 360, it's giving us 0. And then from here, we can join our points. And that will be the shape of our graph of tan x. And this graph is different from the other two graphs that we've drawn. I can establish the period of this graph. The period is going to be 180 degrees. The graph is moving from one asymptote to the other, and the difference between the two asymptotes is 180 degrees. So the graph is going to repeat this shape after every 180 degrees. And if we look at the range of this graph here, we are going to see that the range is represented as y is an element of all real numbers. Now let's move on and answer these two questions that I have here. The first part, it says here, for which values of x is f of x greater than 0? So I'm going to write here x is an element. I need to identify the parts on the graph where it is above the x-axis. So I can see here from 0 to 90 degrees. Where else? I can see here from, move the graph here, from 180 to 270. Then I can write here 180 degrees to 270 degrees. I can write my answers using the inequality notation. Second one is going to become, then the second part of the question, it wants us to identify the values of x for which f of x is less than 0. So if I look at the graph, let's go to the graph there. We're looking for those parts where the graph is less than 0. We see from 90 to 180, the graph is below the x-axis, and from 270 to 360 degrees. So let's write down our answers. From 90 degrees to 180 degrees, that's the first section. And then the other section is from 270 degrees to 360 degrees. And again, I can write down my answers using the inequality notation.